Bhairavakaliке Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo. Jai Ma Adya Mahakali. Jai Ma. Jai Shri Krishna. So good morning, and we're back on yet another video. So this time the subject is again picked out of the various emails I receive, my direct in-person interactions with people I guide in the sadhana path. The issues and problems that they face, them opening up to me, and thereby, as I told you, I treat life as a two-way mirror between me and Devi. As she projects certain things that I begin to analyze and break down, that I see around me in my daily life, with which I realize that I'm supposed to teach something on it. And when by Wednesday of a week, I'll have so much of inputs on a specific subject. By Thursday, Friday, the exact places that I should gather things from would open up, and by Saturday, I'll have a proper video ready. Right. So let us get into the subject. So today's subject is, I believe, title of the video may have been about lust, love affairs, marriage, interaction of the sthula sharira with the sukshma sharira, with the karan sharira. How does one traverse the mrityu loka in the path of sadhana while being exposed to so many sensory inputs? How does one realize and understand what to take, what not to take, how much to take, all this? Right. So before we get into that, let us address the subject of sthula sharira, sukshma sharira, and karan sharira. So the sthula is nothing but our panchabhutas, our basic gross body. The sukshma being the mind, its ego, the thought processes, the attitudes that you carry, the matihi, the mind part of it. Both of this put together make an average human being. However, this average human being, this is still a physical human being. His ability to manifest and open up the karan sharira, which is the karma chakras, rebirth, kripa of the Devi, and all that, his ability to get in touch with the Deva Loka, his ability to manifest and manipulate Prakriti itself, his ability to interact, and if Prakriti is a tightly drawn veil around you, a tightly drawn curtain, his ability to slightly poke and open small gaps in the curtain and look inside and see who is operating it. That ability that sadhana gives you. Only sadhana will give you the ability to break into the karan sharira and allow the karan sharira to manipulate and allow the Prakriti to manifest itself in such a way that you now have a positive interaction with everything that is happening around in your life. So like I told you, how I take a video, how by Wednesday I have a proper subjects, how I realize that every interaction with Prakriti is something that she is telling me, and Ma Adya Mahakali, Adhyastava, if anybody is properly reciting the Adhyastava that I've given out in my WhatsApp groups and all, you would realize that she is Para Prakriti. So she is the Para Prakriti, creator of the Mahesh, Brahma, and Mahavishnu. She operates at that level. So the closer that you go to her, you realize that everything is but pure Maya, but Maya is her interacting with you. A very beautiful butterfly just came off and went away. Pure black one. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So the ability of the sadhaka to use his karan sharira depends upon how much of advancement he makes in the path of sadhana. The more he advances, the more he is able to manipulate anything and everything that is around him, the more he is able to see through the Maya that is playing around him. He sits in an office and he realizes that things are happening, things are going, things are coming. There is somebody interacting with me and he's leaving. Somebody is looking at me. What is his thought process? Why is he looking at me and what is he thinking? All this ability, nimitta shastras, everything is part of the kara and sharira. Nimittas, the ability to understand the difference between a nimitta and a mere event that you think is a nimitta. The ability to understand the difference between a dream that simply comes and goes off and a dream that is actually having a meaning. Most of the people that email me speak about great, big dreams, and they ask me to interpret it. The moment you need somebody else's help to interpret the dream, please understand that it is not a time for you to interpret it. Let it come and go. Don't dwell into it. When a dream begins to truly make sense, I'll tell you what, it will not happen when you're sleeping. When you're awake, you're at the awake state. Have you seen any deity with a closed eye? All deities are represented with open eyes. Why? Because dhyana, when the stula sharira is switched on and it is able to manipulate and take complete control of the sukshma sharira, with both of them absolutely in tune, it is now able to manifest and get all the inputs from the karan sharira, which it's not even able to see. So this happens when your eyes are wide open, not when you're sleeping. When you're sleeping and you get dreams and you wonder what that is and what was that, what does it make sense, what just came, what just went, all that is at a very nascent level in sadhana path. Probably you are an upasaka. When your eyes are wide open, and you will be able to make a lot of sense of these things that simply, like a butterfly, like the butterfly that just came and went. That is how I get most of my inputs that I speak about. Nothing is read anywhere, right? I don't sit and read things. I have books, lot of books, padta nahi hu. It just floats in and floats out. Like Sri Krishna spoke this to Arjuna, that is written. 10 different gurus wearing the orange robes are sitting in big stages and they're speaking. It comes into my ear, goes out of here. But while sitting, the Prakriti, the two-way mirror, will simply manifest a different meaning in my head. And that is what I used to talk over here. It's all her, right? The architect is behind me only. You don't have to look for her anywhere else. So, coming into the actual subject, you understand the basics, how to, the higher you go in sadhana path, the more you will be able to be in touch with your karan sharira, and your body need not be switched off. Your body is so loud, your body is so noisy, and it's so involved with the maya around you that it is not able to take any information from its own karan sharira. Because of that, it is when you are finally switched off and just shutting up, right? When you finally shut up, you get the dream. And you begin to think, oh, what was that dream? Again, the body starts. So even the dream also, to break it down, you are not at that level. You cannot switch off the body in which the sukshma sits, in which the sukshma sharira is part of it, and then say that I will now manifest and understand what the karan sharira just projected onto me, or the deva loka just projected onto me, what my ishta just projected onto me. You cannot switch off the body, allow only the sukshma to operate, and try to make sense of that. It is when the body is switched on, body is on, the sukshma is operating at its highest because all chakras are firing now, and then there is that chakra above your sahasrara that is able to then give you the information that is stored in the karan sharira, which is also you. So how does one manipulate and understand how to live life itself without making some serious mistakes that is going to make you incur more karma? We go back to the greatest architect of all time. Who is the greatest architect of all time? It is Mahakali. Nobody above Mahakali. No, somebody walked into my comment session and said that, oh, you're saying that Mahakali is the highest. Arey, koi problem nahi hai. You keep your ishta at your highest, whoever it is, not Mahakali, and you have some other ishta, you keep it. But don't expect me to say that, no, because that will be foolishness for me to go back. I cannot go back. I'm already here. Come back for a reason. Thodi na pehli life hai in the glory of Mahakali, right? I think any of you who are glued onto this channel, it is definitely not your first life in the path of Mahakali. At least one life is there. At the very least, there is one more life before this where you have been in the path of Mahakali. Otherwise, there is nothing here to even come here. There is a rambling bearded man with unkept hair on a channel sitting in front of an idol. You don't have to come and sit here, but you still come here because there is at least one life spent in her nama, probably without Bhairava as the Adhara. Without Bhairava as the Adhara, there is serious difficulty in manipulating and breaking down the designs of Prakriti itself, because it is Brahma Loka's extension, that is Nirmiti Loka. Okay, so getting back into the subject, the grandest architect of all time took an avatar. She has a name called Chakrini, the one who bears the chakra, which is, she is Mahavishnu, because she is the mother of the Trimurtis. She also has names like Gadhini. She has names like Pasini. She is the Shakti of the Yama's noose with which he will take your jiva away, right, after your death. All that, it is her. So she took this exceptional avatar in the name of Sri Krishna, and in that she has given this exceptional episode of his very youthful days, that is the rasaleela. Of course, I have read comments that he combines Vaishnavism with Shaktism, so I'm not interested in reading his. So it is okay to be a fool in private, but don't be a fool in public. Allow your mind to grow a little bit. Krishna is Kali. It's not a time pass statement. It is not a cultural reference. Krishna is Kali. And Mahavishnu is Kali. They are all the Para Sanatani forms, right? You need to rise higher and higher states of consciousness where you realize that finally everything is Devi, and finally we have one form beyond which we will only look at formless. So till I am there in a form, in this form, I look at this form. Beyond this form, when I lose my form, don't send me again to look at one more form. Make me part of that darkness that is there in the night. I become a part of the expanding universe that is expanding at 74 kilometers per second, right? And it doesn't have a center of the universe. NASA is searching, where is the center of the universe? Center of the universe, if you find out, then you have to be the greatest tapasvi of all times, my dear, at NASA. You will not be able to find it with a telescope. You can find it with an even bigger telescope that you have not built yet. You can switch off your mind and get into deeper states of tapasya, you will find it. But with a physical telescope, you will take a photograph and you show to people who have not even started to understand what is the Stula Sharira. They have not even mastered the Stula Sharira. The moment they see somebody of the opposite gender, they pounce on them. Then what is the point of sadhana? What is the point of tapasya? How do you become one with the ever-expanding cosmic universe that is Kali? If you could take a picture of the center of the universe with merely a telescope and show it to anybody, then gaya na, what is the point of tapasya? That curiosity which a Stula Sharira has, which has led them to master the Sukshma and get into explorations of space, but they are not getting anywhere. Why are they not getting anywhere? Because the Karan Sharira is not open to them, because they are still perfectly aligned with their Stula and Sukshma. There are other countries and other parts of the world where they have not even yet taken control of the Stula Sharira. So they are majorly very violent. They disrespect women because they consider women as inferior creatures. They think women should be kept aside and closed. Whereas we have come to a state where Stula and Sukshma, we have finally seen that women are a very important part of our existence. That is one. This is not yet us. This is another culture I am talking about. From disrespecting and not understanding women, completely operating on Stula Sharira, with looking at women purely as objects, then comes a higher state of civilization where they begin to look at women as independent beings and but separated. Women look at men as equal. Women think that they should go above women, fight with men and all that. That is another kind of a society. And then comes a society where women are kept at the highest and say that even without that sari, even without the costly jewels, I see the greatest of the great cosmic darkness in you. You are the creator. And without Shakti, even Shiva is nothing. So that culture is ours. Dogs are very loud. You guys might not be able to hear it much, but for me, I cannot even hear my own voice. Oh, so it's somebody's come to do something in the cow shed, and the Bala, our young calf, is running around in the ground, and the dogs are all running after her. So that is. She is very naughty. She'll purposely run between the dogs. She'll dash them a little. She'll kick with the rear leg and run, raising her tail like this. Very, very cute she is. I'll try and start taking more videos from the cow shed. We have put fans in the cow shed, so I think Ma also should accept and allow me to sit and talk from the cow shed more, so that I don't sweat myself completely to dehydration like this. See, not even 15 minutes and we are at this state. Okay, so cultures that do not understand women, operating out of Stula Sharira. Cultures that have begin to understand women and are fascinated by women, who are at a state where, okay, Sukshma and Stula is operating at the right state. So they are expanding, they are going into spatial explorations, they are going capitalistically higher, they are able to mint money and run the world itself because they are together. Then comes the culture where Sukshma, Stula and Karana. Everything is under control. That is our civilization, the karma bhumi that this is, right? So they'll all come here. Aana to yahi pe hai. Yahi pe aoge to bhi you should not get into fighting of Vaishnavism versus Shaivism versus Shaktism. How can you say you're always talking about Krishna, so you're a Vaishnavite, you're not Shakta and all this nonsense? Hey, yaar, sab kuch Devi hai. Shaktism is also myopic way of looking at it. When you look at Kali only, you begin to understand that she is Vaishnava, she is Shaiva, and she is Shakta, so she is Parasanatani, right? So coming back to the subject, Krishna. Krishna's rasaleela. Great gurus sitting in exceptional stadiums and platforms have spent years and years and centuries talking about this exceptional deity as one of the avatars of Mahavishnu, who is none other than Kali. So we come to Krishna, who is none other than Kali again. What is the lesson of the rasaleela? 644th name of Mahakali, Adhya Mahakali, is Radha. Okay, and Krishna, the body of Krishna, repeats multiple times across the Sahasranamavali. 36th name Krishna, 37th name Krishna Deha, 362nd name is also Krishna. Rather interesting. It's rather interesting. So Krishna and Kali. So Krishna and Ma Radha. Same soul taking two different forms. After Sri Rama, after teaching Parashurama through her own son Mahavishnu coming back as Parashurama, giving him the Phat moment of showing that look at a man who understands Devi more. You cut your own mother's head off, keeping dharma up. Let me tell you, mother's head is above dharma itself, so you should not have cut that, giving that lesson, because finally breaking of the divine bow, giving Parashurama that sight, see, look at yourself, but now in the seva of Masita, which is also the name of Kali, right? So Parashurama walks of Sri Rama. Sri Rama and Masita's entire episode of encapsulated in Ramayana, done. Now she comes back and says that I come back as Radha, I come back as Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna in the service of Ma Radha as a sadhaka. So the lesson is not just that Krishna is at the highest state of divinity, it is Radha, Ma Radha at the highest state of divinity, which is the 644th name of Mahakali. Krishna, multiple repetitions in the Sahasranamavali that Mahakali is Krishna. Mahakali is Krishna. If you are unable to accept it, you are wasting your birth in this karma bhumi. You come to the state and still you are trying to sectionalize yourself and get into different sections of understanding. Don't do that. Break out, become and understand what is Para Sanatani. It is all Kali, right? It is all that cosmic darkness. So Krishna as a sadhaka. Oh, my dogs are so loud. I cannot even. I'm breaking up in this one because of the dogs. I have to give them some time because my thoughts are breaking up. Okay. So Krishna as a sadhaka of Ma Radha gives us one of the most exceptional lessons on how to traverse in the path of sadhana itself, keeping Ma Radha at the highest. Krishna indulges in the sadhana of Ma Radha, which is also Krishna. Like the whiteness of the milk cannot be separated, because if you remove the white of the milk, what is milk? Just water, right? It is like Krishna and Kali, Krishna and Ma Radha. Please allow me to freely flow between Ma Radha and Kali. When I represent and say Kali, please understand I'm talking about Ma Radha, because this tongue is gone to that side. It finds it very difficult. I have to pluck myself and bring back to these subjects so that I can address it a free flow. When I say Radha, it is Kali. When I say Krishna, also it is Kali. Excuse me if I jumble it up. You try to stay on track. I am off track. My track, mera track to toot gaya. Kabhi I have to bring myself back to these tracks for you guys. So keeping Radha at the highest, Sri Krishna, who is also Kali, gives us a lesson of sadhana path itself, not just sadhana path, how a sadhaka should live life itself. All the gopis, that is exceptionally advanced sadhakas, tapasvis, mantras itself taking rebirths in the form of the gopiyas to give us the divine message of rasaleela, which generally is interpreted and understood as just a mere love affair between a young boy and a young man, a young girl. That is Ma Radha and Sri Krishna. And his romanticized ideology of having fun with all these men and women, not having fun in some forest. No. There is much deeper understandings. In the last video, I believe it is the last video or the one before that, probably, when I spoke about pains and suffering, there we had spoken about how the gopis operated like robots living their life in anticipation of that flute that will be played in the middle of the night, where they will simply drop their life and walk out towards Krishna. Right? The gopis here are none other than all of us. Gopi is not a gender-based role. We have another video coming up on this subject. So the gopi is also man, also woman. Gopi is merely that advanced highest state of sadhakas that most of us are already there, most of us want to go there. It is them, it is us. The gopis in the path of Sri Krishna, Krishna playing the role of the guru, and his entire attention is towards Radha. Radha is kept at the highest, while the gopis use Sri Krishna and his flute to go towards him for higher states of realization. Here the gopis, Krishna the sadhaka of Kali, and gopis here play the role of seeds of experience, right? So every gopi has her own Krishna. One gopi is dancing with Krishna. She sees Krishna as the exceptional mother that she did not have. Another one is dancing with Krishna and sees him as the exceptional husband that she does not have. Another gopi sees and he's seeing her exceptional wife. Another sees him as the exceptional baby that she always wished for. So in every gopi, Sri Krishna appears, Kali appears as a distinct embodiment of that which is projecting her emptiness within. So the gopi within her or him has an empty body. What is that? An empty garbhagriha. We have spoken about this multiple times on this channel. The gopis have an empty garbhagriha. Each of us have within us an empty garbhagriha. It could be a lacking of emotional stability. Some of us lack the physical stability. Some of us lack the intellectual ability. Some of us lack the right attitude towards living life. But in the path of sadhana, as you traverse, Mahakali projects herself through external entities that will always come in your life and go off. Come and go, come and go. Like the rasaleela, what is a rasa? Essence that if you have milk, you pour some essence of, I don't know if in the North India and all, if this is famous, but something called rose milk is there. Which is just few drops of essence that is dropped into the milk and it becomes red in color and people drink it here in Tamil Nadu. Right? That essence is something that you are lacking. Now, there are two ways for this. Either you will live your whole life lacking that rasa, wishing that you had that rasa, because there is that emptiness. The moment there is emptiness, the body, the stula and the sukshma focuses only on the emptiness. I am empty here. I'm lacking that exceptional mother in my life. So I'm empty here. I'm lacking that exceptional father in my life. So I'm empty here. I'm lacking that exceptional supportive partner. So I'm lacking in this life. So in the rasaleela, as the gopiyas are living their life, Sri Krishna's flute calls them towards them and they see Krishna to the extent of what they lack. They see Kali to the extent of what they lack. So there are experiences happening around your life. An exceptional man walks up to you. An exceptional woman walks up to you. An old man walks up to you. Having that seed, that will give you fulfillment. But what do? I am sadhaka. I am sadhaka. I do not get bothered by the events around you. One of my sishyas, he says that I am so engrossed in sadhana now that when I walk, I'll walk like this. I don't even look around. That's foolishness. What are you trying to do? What did Krishna as Kali say? What does Kali as Krishna say? Dance. Interact with everything around you. Do not pretend, because it is her projecting your emptiness, continuously interacting with you as you walk on the path of sadhana, as you walk in life itself. Where you lack something, you lack A, B, C, D, she is sending that A, B, C, D through a different person to whom you may not even be married to, who might not be a father, who might not be a mother, who might not be in any way related to you. Inorganically somebody walks into your life, gives you that fulfillment. You here become the empty yoni, and that seed, Shiva Tattva, is walking towards you in your real life. You should be at that state of vairagya wherein your stula and your sukshma are at absolute harmony, and you will be able to embody and take in that which they are able to give you without being attached to it. So you have an exceptional friend who walks in, you have a for 2 years you're working in X company, there is an exceptional person there, you have a lovely interaction, you find exceptional friendship with them, and they are giving you that small bit of emptiness that you have within you. They're giving you that solution for it, and you are fully taking it in. It is Devi giving you that. She is the mind, she is the body, she is the veins, she is the flesh of that person who's giving it to you. But you must not allow your stula to dictate the sukshma and get deeply engrossed with that person. I don't know to what extent I'm able to make sense. Let us go once again, break this down. You as a sadhaka, you're going to a job, you're going to a business place, you are in a college, you are interacting with people around you. You have an organic placement, that is your father, mother, brother, sister, relatives, friends from childhood, all that. Beyond that, there are empty facets in your life. So the gopiyas, all gopiyas, as they live their life, somebody feeding the baby, somebody taking care of the stove in the house, somebody is taking care of the old parents, somebody is taking care of their husband, somebody is taking care of their wife, because gopiya is genderless, okay? Gopiya is male as well as female, right? So, but when Krishna calls, each gopiya runs towards the forest, and each of the gopi has a Krishna. It is not one Krishna dancing, playing, and each gopi are looking at him. There is one Krishna for each gopi, and each Krishna is different. One Krishna is adored in complete red, other Krishna is adored in complete yellow, the other one is adored with is completely Digambara and playing with the gopi. What does that mean? As you live life, you should be able to take the essence of the interaction with the people. Somebody will be able to carry the Guru Tattva within you and will give you, in just a few interactions, will give you exceptional life advice. Do not close your eyes and focus on, I am sadhaka. This person has come, I am unattached, I will not listen to them, I am sadhaka. And then run to your Guru and say, Guru, send him 10 paragraphs of email asking, please give me the explanation. Your Guru will not be able to read 10,000 emails. Nowadays, Gurus nahi hai. Clowns are walking around wearing colors and telling you they are Gurus. Be careful. So, allow your senses, allow the Sukshma Sharira at the minimum level to dictate the Stula Sharira. What do you do then? Be receptive to your surroundings. A girl is walking up to you, she is telling you something, it is beginning to make sense, that which you lack within is now able to resonate with that human being. Take it fully. Take the rasas which you lack. Devi will send you rasas in the form of humans, in the form of interaction, in the form of experiences. It is going to give you fulfillment and align you to your actual true self, which is your stula and your sukshma at harmony. That is your true self, right? Many of you are not allowing the stula and sukshma to interact. You're switching off the sukshma, running around with the stula at the highest. Sukshma ko to like bari kar diya yahan pe. Stula is running around. Panchabhuta, everything is there. Now somebody scolded you, crying. I am sad. Now I'll go to my Devi and cry. Where is your Devi? Devi is in the idol. I'll go and try in front of the idol. Every experience the sadhaka is having in his daily life is Devi interacting with you through human beings, will continuously give you small inputs which you lack within. Do not foolishly think that you are in some military operation. Everyone around you is not part of that military training session, and you will not interact with them. That is foolishness. You will very openly, harmoniously place your stula and your sukshma sharira and allow completely to take down. Because today what you lack is for the next 10 months, Devi might be putting you through a training session where you need emotional support. Somebody in your office will become exceptionally emotionally open to you. You'll be able to go and cry with them. Take it. Do not let sadhana go. That person is coming to you like the middle of the forest. Why is entire rasaleela is happening in the middle of the night? The whole of the city and town, everybody is sleeping, even the cows are sleeping. The gopiyas, men and women, are running towards the woods. Krishna is playing the flute. Everybody sees a Krishna. Everybody is alone with Krishna. So at that moment, Devi is sending somebody to talk to you in your daily life, in your IT company, in your office, in your boss's cab. You the boss. Somebody walks in and simply begins to give you that seed of that which you lack. Take it. Now what happens? What happens when sadhana is not at the peak? what happens is merely the sukshma and the stula begin to go back to that most basic emotions, which is what? Oh, immediately falling in love with that person, immediately allowing lust to take over. Your sadhana should give you, with vairagya, you look at experiences. This is where vairagya is important. The moment an exceptional man, a beautiful woman, somebody walks up to you, you don't immediately fall in love with them. You should be able to, like an extremely stable vairagi, you should be able to take that experience which mother is giving you, which even Parashurama was not able to do it. He had to kill Kshatriyas 21 times before he realized what he's doing. Then Ma gave him an exceptional Sri Rama to see, देखो Parshuram ji, सीखिए, इनको देखिए आप. Go into meditation in Mahendragiri and learn from Sri Rama as experience and teach you what is to be the right Kshatriya, so that you can also learn from that experience. So Ma is projecting Parashurama in front of Sri Rama is exactly rasaleela. Rama sees Sri Rama and says, oh wow. He talks with such a sweet, perfect, courteous way of addressing me. He's so respectful, and he's come all the way to marry this exceptional lady. Kuch to hai, let me learn. So Ma is continuously teaching you with experiences around you which perfectly embody the gaps within you. तुम्हें वो exceptional mother नहीं है. You don't keep wishing for that mother or that father's presence in your life till you take another birth to have an exceptional father and mother. She is going to project somebody or something in your life in such a way that you are able to take the rasa of that relationship. The rasa, the mother tattva, the ma tattva, the father tattva from that opposite person and completely soak in it like Sri Krishna dancing with the gopikas. This is what it is. And it is happening in all of your lives, but all of you are trying to, like one of my shishyas, close their eyes and walk. I will not even look up, he says. What do you mean? Every single interaction the sadhaka has in his daily life is Devi dancing with him like it is the rasaleela. This is where Nimitta Shastras also begin from. It is only when you interact with somebody with a very open vairagi mind, you begin to realize that which I was looking for yesterday, this person is actually talking to me about it. This is not the person talking. This is Devi. This is Sri Krishna playing his flute in the middle of the forest with me. I am right now not present in this office. Me and Sri Krishna are opposite to each other. I take the rasa that this person has been born with. This person has been given the ability to embody the mother tattva, which I lack. This person has been born with the ability to embody that husband ka wo material, pati material this person has. I will take that alone and be physically detached from it. Now where does the mistakes happen? The moment somebody makes exceptional sense to you, you immediately, the sukshma begin to, okay stula, let me come below the sukshma. Sorry, below the stula sharira. And lust. You purposely allow your physical part to now ride your sukshma sharira, which is the mind, ego, attitudes. It is also Devi. Sukshma, stula, everything is Devi. However, the moment andar jo emptiness hai, let us try to break it down and make it very simple and tight. That which you lack within you, Sri Krishna, Devi will allow you to get it fulfilled by appearing in front of you for a certain period of time. You will only take that rasa of that person without being involved in trying to steal his or get into his physicality of it. This is rasaleela. An ability of that other person to project that which you lack so that he can or she can fulfill that part alone within you. And you allowing that alone to happen can only be done with vairagya. Otherwise what happens? The sukshma which is now able to identify that mere andar jo lacking tha, this exceptional person is giving it to me, I take it fully ma because it is you giving it to me. However, the moment the sukshma begins to wane and you begin to indulge, why does Sri Krishna go off all the time and send gopis back to the houses? Go take care of your cows, go take care of your husband, go take care of your wife, go take care of your brother, sister, go clean your houses, everything. Why does he keep sending them back? Because indulgence, indulging in that which you lack, and then finally making that itself your entire life, you will end up earning more karma by attachment to it. So if this person comes up in front of you, you are lacking emotional support in your life. The person projects himself in front of you. You begin to have an exceptional, emotionally stable conversation with this person, but you have a great wife, great husband, great father, great mother, whatever it is at home, but they don't have the emotional ability to have a good conversation with you. They will sense this person like rasaleela in front of you, and you have that. Wow, exceptional. However, you begin to celebrate that to such an extent that now that sukshma, the body, mind, ego, everything begins to now give the control to the stula, and you project that as lust and end up having a physical relationship with that person, leading to higher states of karma. So what is all this? How do you exit from all this? Vairagya. You should have the ability to always say that I come to the forest today. Today Krishna appears to me as the father I did not have the whole day. Today Krishna appears to me, the same person, as the mother I wished I had today. Today Krishna comes to me as the baby that I wish I had. Today Krishna comes to me as the brother I wish I had. Every day Krishna is different to everybody. Every day Mahakali is different to everybody. She will send person. Some people will be there with you for 11 months, 12 months. But you do not indulge and forcefully make Krishna appear only as that which you lacked, wherein you're merely in a vicious cycle of spending time in that which you always lacked. So every experiences that is happening in your life is Devi projecting herself like the rasaleela in front of you to give you mild fulfillment, so that in your life that is having 10 things, one alone is lacking, that one also she's trying to fill it up. So that you have experienced that, now your belly is full, your stomach is full, you can detach and move on. Physically, even the same person still comes at, but it doesn't make any sense, because now that your belly is full and you've got all the emotional support that this person had, this person is also, if he's a sadhaka, he's also correctly able to, a true sadhaka is still, you are also fulfilling something to that person. Or wo bhi detach ho jayega. Physically, you might say hi, bye, but no longer is that level of attachment left. So, young men and women, when they walk around in life, they all have empty garbhagrihas. They see that garbhagriha alone being fulfilled in one man or woman, and they try to attach the entire stula, sukshma, everything onto that person, only because that one small garbhagriha alone, he showed that or she showed that they have it. And then they attach the physical longing also to that, but it was never there. You had only a couple of things that was empty, and that Krishna, Kali, Mahakali has projected and given you that satisfaction. Now detach and move on. Vairagya is important. That is why sadhana is important. You should know when, how much do I need? Buffet hai, how much do I need to eat from this plate? Then I am full. I don't attach my complete body to this. I'm done. Take care of that person also. Give them also what is that they require and move off. So Krishna has a title, Parapatihi. He is the husband. What is the husband? The seed. What does the male carry? Male carries a seed. You know, Shiva Tattva is a seed, and Devi is the yoni that creates. So Krishna, Devi in the form of a man is the Parapatihi. He is the seed carrier. Devi is the seed carrier of everything that is manifested around you. So if you lack a little bit of A or B or C in your life, that C alone she will send in your life, but immediately don't put the entire alphabets onto that and cling onto that. Allow that C alone to be consumed. Consume that C alone. Consume that D alone. Whatever is it that you are lacking. Don't attach that as your life mission and run after them. This is why the Vairagi should allow many months to pass before they begin to take a decision that this is my life partner, this is the one I want to spend time with. I also understand that those of you who are married, it is never, every gopi also was married. Every gopi also had a child. Every gopi also had a father. Every gopi also had a mother. But to some of the gopi who had a good mother at home also, Sri Krishna appeared as a mother in the night as in the rasaleela. Why? There are empty garbhagrihas kept on purpose, so that you go and search for Krishna, Devi, Mahakali in the night, and you realize that the great mother I have, who's not giving emotional stability, I got it through Devi. So that you go at higher states of relation. Ab sab kuch perfect hai, to kyun search karoge? If everything is there, you are so fat, eating, and your entire body is full of the experiences, why will you search more? So that lack That empty hollowness is placed within you so that you search, and Devi begins to appear as that which you lack. But she will keep on appearing every night like the rasaleela. She is only asking you to take the rasa out of it, only take the essence of it, and वो छोटा सा emptiness है उसमें डाल दो, enjoy it 11 months 10 months, fully take. Once that is full, cut off that entire relationship, treat it with vairagya, treat it well and move off. The fastest path to lust-free living is rasaleela, where you do not allow your stula sharira, which is like grounded to such an extent in physical lust. Physical union is the major thing for the stula sharira. Like, because the animal, the animal which lacks that ability to manifest and understand its sukshma part, the mind, body, mind, attitudes, thought processes, the animal does not have. It is driven by the stula sharira. Many human beings are also driven by stula sharira. These rapists, people who just look at women and like, wow, I won't attain this woman, I won't attain this man. That is all driven by the animalistic stula sharira alone. Sukshma is somewhere lost. The sadhaka, one of the first signs is that your sukshma begins to rise and become at par, and then the sukshma rises above the stula. Then he is able to unlock the karan. But the sukshma, as he rises above the stula, realizes that there are a lot of emptiness within me, and every night for them, what is night? Sadhana time, right? Every night for them, Devi manifests that which you lack as experiences. Usko fully le lo. But don't immediately revert to the stula and say that, okay, you fulfilled my emotional this one, now I'll have a full-fledged physical relationship with you, now I'll have a full-fledged physical union with you, and then I will try to make sense of it and make it into a marriage. Slow down, slow down. Understand what is happening with you in your life. Understand which emotion is starved within you and what is Devi trying to fulfill, and check whether that emotion which you lacked and you're empty within you is being fulfilled, and next day are you even attached to it anymore. That is vairagya. Your ability to break down the experiences in your life to such an extent that you know that what is it that I will carry till then and what is it that I will simply fill the emptiness within, so that this doesn't become my entire thing and I come back for just to attain this empty hollowness. The physical beings jo hote hain, the ones for whom stula, I'm not even great businessmen, big businessmen also are running on stula sharira. उनके लिए तो क्या, इवनिंग गए 2-3 बंदों के साथ बैठे, have some drinks, that is the highest. They will have a life where all this is lacking so that they get into spirituality. But in the path of Bhairava, he allows you to break down with guts, manifest and experience everything around you and take the rasa out of it. तू A, B, C, D है, तुझ में C lacking है. There is somebody else whose A, B lacking hai, C, D is exceptional. These two people are interacting. This guy gives them the C and this guy gives them the B. Rasa, stomach complete by. Achha, chale jao. And this is not physical. Problem is that hum jo sukshma mein lacking hai, that sukshma, the sharira, which is the mind, attitudes and all that, thought processes, what we lack in that, ultimately we take so much comfort in this that we end up putting the stula above and sukshma disappears. The emotional need tha tujh mein. You wanted emotional support. Emotional support mila ek bande se or ek ladki se. What did you end up doing? You brought the stula up and attached that emotional lacking with physical needs. Sadhana allows the right interaction between the stula and the sukshma sharira. The correct ratio of interaction should be there. It should not be that whatever the stula demands, even after fulfillment of its lacking, the sukshma also allows the stula to then you become an animal again. That is not something you have. Even if you're in an exceptional marriage and you find that you lack something and your spouse is not able to provide it, but don't allow the stula to dictate it. When you allow the stula to dictate it, you again become a non-spiritual being, you become a physical being, an animal. And you allow the lust, that is the physical union ka lust, and you run after that person again. But what were you lacking? You were lacking that kind. Probably you and your wife is not an exceptional conversationalist. Your husband is not an exceptional conversationalist. He's not able to give you conversations which you really need. But somebody walks into your life who's giving you exceptional conversations. Conversation le lo. Rasa, that rasa alone you take. Do not immediately revert back to the stoola and say that इसको तो मैं lust भी बना लूँगा और उसके पीछे भाग जाऊँगा और ये marriage की तोड़. Then you are repeating the vicious cycle. In Kali Yuga, all marriages are karmic. घर पे बैठ के like मेरा exceptional person आएगा. Whoever comes there will make karmic reasons why you are married to one person. There will be a lot of pain. However, like Krishna who plays the flute and comes into your life, a rasa will be given to you. For the sadhaka, the rasa will be continuously given through external experiences that the sadhaka attains fulfillment and need not run away or break an entire marriage just for the purpose of attaining some satisfaction that will only be needed for 10-11 months from an external source. And you return to them also. So interaction with Prakriti begins to change, and Krishna, Devi, Kali comes every time and gives you that fulfillment, and she walks out and you are feeling fulfilled. When that gap that you had within you is fulfilled from an external experience with a man, woman, old man, young man, like you lacked छोटे बच्चे को देखा उससे like एकदम you are getting the pleasure of being a mother to that small boy which is not being fulfilled from the marriage, right? For that you do not quit this entire thing which is like filling the 10 other boxes in your life. For that one, because the body or anything for that matter always looks at the empty box and tries to fill that empty box while forgetting the other 10 boxes that is held strong by that other relationships in your life. Your mother might be like taking care of you physically, तुम्हारे लिए तो जान ही दे देगी, कुछ भी करेगी तेरे लिए, but she doesn't have the ability to have a conversation with you at all. Now you get that outside. So what do? She's not at all my mother, throw कर दिया उसको बाहर, and you walk out after that person who's giving you that mother का वो feeling, ending up losing everything this actual mother used to give you for that small feeling, and then everything is collapsed and you no longer can make sense in your life. So rasaleela, let the life continue as it passes. Krishna, Devi, Kali will continuously appear in your life, giving you certain rasas which will keep your stomach full. But do not run after those rasas and become involved in it by again driving the physical lust into that thing, allowing the Sukshma Sharira to completely destroy the Sthula Sharira, to completely destroy the Sukshma Sharira, and then create another karmic relationship by way of karma. Every physical union that you have with any other human being ever has serious karmic implications. The moment the Shiva and Shakti Tattva interact at a physical level, there is serious karmic implications. Just because somebody shows a flashy light of something that which you lack within you, don't run after them for a physical union. Physical unions will destroy you and create karma with that person, because once the bodies unite, two physical beings unite, whenever they become spiritual, that is also empowered. So you have a future Rananubandhana with that person now. When you have a Rananubandhana with that person, you will either come back in a different life, either the other wife or the husband that you actually have in your life, or the child or the mother that you actually have in the life, but you have created a Rananubandhana with somebody else. यहाँ पे भी टूट जाएगा, because you will not be able to fully manifest into that person who's your actual mother, father, brother, sister, whatever. You put it there because now little bit of you has gone there. यहाँ पे भी fulfillment नहीं मिलेगा, यहाँ पे भी नहीं मिलेगा. How many more lives to satisfy these arrangements that you thought that you wanted? Krishna's rasaleela is the ability to take the rasa alone of your experiences to in Prakriti, without being attached to it in such a way that you end up losing the gopi's entire house. The gopi doesn't break the entire house or kill the baby and run towards Krishna the whole day. If the gopi sits in the forest the whole night, says, I will not go back to my house at all, Krishna will, first of all, the moment you feel that you have attained me, I will go. What does that mean? तुम्हारे अंदर जो lacking है, उसको I will give you, but you should not think that you have attained me. Krishna says, you have not attained me. The moment you think that, हाँ मुझे Krishna मिल गया, मुझे Kali मिल गई, Krishna will also go, and you will not be happy in that which you already have. Your life will destroy. Experience Prakriti ka experiences to the limitations that you have already within you without thinking that I should own this or be attached to it forever. Detachment. Attached detachment. That is Vairagya. Ability to take experiences to that extent to which it was needed, not beyond that. Do not walk around thinking that I am sadhaka. I will purposely pretend to be pious. No, you behave like Krishna. Krishna is the sadhaka of Radha. His eyes were always on Radha. Radha, who is Mahakali only. 644th name of Kali is Radha. Krishna is 36th name. Krishna is 37th name. Multiple times. What is the other one? 362nd name of Kali is also Krishna. So Krishna and Kali are one and the same. Krishna and Radha are one and the same in two forms. So after Ramayana, where Ma Sita came and used Rama to give all the messages, this time she comes back as two embodiment as herself fully. Yashoda is also her, Devaki is also, like entire Krishna Leela is Mahakali. The cosmic blackness came down and taught us everything and just go. Later on, after thousands and thousands of years, I will keep on sending my beloved bhaktas to teach about me. That is what she said and she went off. So, the gopiyas do not lose their brain, do not burn the house and run towards that small rasa that Krishna was giving them for that night alone. Next day was something else. Next day, Gopi is sitting in at their house. Today, the husband has been bad to me. Evenings, she goes into the forest. She finds Krishna as a perfectly loving husband. Next day, Gopi is sitting there. Mother-in-law has been very bad. She goes into that forest in the night as Krishna's flute plays. That exceptional mother-in-law ka love mil jata hai. Rasa. Only the essence is given enough to keep physical longing at bay so that sadhana chalte rahe. So that the physical, the stula and the sukshma is at state of complete unity. And once this is done, you are able to look up towards the Karan Sharira and you see, these are my karmas. This is why I am coming back. This is why I am not attained the state of samadhi yet. This is why I am still suffering. Everything begins to open up. Physical union of all kind have serious karmic implications. Do not run after physical union. In sadhana, the more physical unions you have with people, because you are not from a Western culture where that is fine. Why was there so much insistence on these sort of restrictions in our culture? Is because physical unions have physical karmas. Limit yourself to the rasa that Devi is giving to you as you experience your daily life. Do not try to take more. Do not allow the stula sharira to dictate the sukshma. Then you will again go back and you have to suffer and bring the sukshma again on top. And then you have to bring harmony between both. Then you have to look up towards the Karan Sharira. Rasa is the essence of any living being. Every living being is giving you that your empty Garbhagriha is being filled by Devi in a formless way. Every experience is Devi trying to fill your empty Garbhagriha a little bit. थोड़ा थोड़ा इसको मेरा बच्चा है ये बच्चे को माँ का प्यार नहीं मिला है. I'll send 10 people around this person. One will ask you, have you had your food? अरे तो क्यों नहीं खाता है टाइम पे? खाना खा ले. Take care of your body. तो ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Immediately don't start thinking of having physical relationship with that person. Take the rasa. And even Guru also comes in this category. You are doing mantras. I will do 25,000 mantras in one night. अरे कुछ लगा ही नहीं यार. नींद गया, डार्क सर्कल्स आ गए, कुछ लगता ही नहीं है. क्या हुआ? Diksha Guru is not as powerful as they were. Ab to Shiksha Guru is what you need. Somebody gives you Shiksha so that the mantras ka essence you can take. So that is why Guru is important for you to be able to take the rasa, the essence, the flavor of the mantra. What is the flavor of the mantra? Mantra is the body of the deity. So uska flavor lene ke liye Guru ka Shiksha Guru is needed. Diksha to all of your blood is Dikshit already. All of your blood has Diksha already. Don't take pride in I took Diksha from this famous Guru. So I'll tell you one very famous Guru. Her name is Kali. She came to teach us Krishna. The guts to be able to follow in that path, Bhairava, fearlessness. Krishna and Kali. This is the Kali Yantra. Who sits in between checking your everything? Shanidev. So, experience life Go through it all. एकदम enjoy करो. Without allowing just Tula to say that, अरे यार इसने तो like मेरे अंदर जो वो daddy issues थे, I do not have that exceptional father who ever spoke right to me or gave me direction in life. Immediately I will fall in love with this man and marry him. Immediately I will fall in love with this girl and marry her. Experience the rasa of that moment. Be vairagi enough to be detached. Then you will make the right decisions in life, be it marriage or whatever. See, most of I have messages coming in about being in a love affair and all that. Marriage is breaking up. I have married somebody. I'm almost breaking down. I'm not able to hold on, Guruji. What to do? Viyog se Sayog. This is the lesson that Radha and Shri Krishna, her sadhaka, are continuously given. Radha falls in love with Krishna in multiple occasions. It's not that once that she saw Krishna and she's like, oh wow, I'm in love with Krishna. So this also means that Devi Kali is also in love with you. That is the relationship that you need to have with Mahakali. Sometimes I'm telling Ma, today I will not come at all because I'm angry with you. Today I will not come to see you at all. And Ma is like, this time my dearest Krishna, that is you. You are Krishna. Krishna came as an avatar to, and then also projected Devi as Radha. Both are Devi, right? So Krishna is you and Radha is her. Right? So I'll say, I'm not coming to see you today. I am angry with you, Ma. Then Devi comes here. No, I will not look at you. No, I will not look at you. No, I will not look at you. But inside, bubbling with happiness of having seen that Amsha, that is Devi. Ha, mere liye to wo bhi aati hai. Wo bhi, she waits for me in the night. I have to go. That love. And in that love, breaks come. So, separation or breaks are given to Krishna by Radha to ensure that he is always having that longing, the feeling of bliss. Arey, chali gayi. Radha to mujhe chhod ke chali gayi. I am so broken. And then she comes back. Hey Krishna. And he's like, my Radha has come back. So multiple times in the episode of Krishna and Radha, both are Kali. Mahakali gives us a lesson that I will separate myself from you to that extent so that you miss me, and then I'll come running back to you. So many times in sadhana path you will also lose direction and you'll be like, mantra to karta hu. This Guruji to whom I have sent 13 paragraphs of messages on WhatsApp does not even reply. What will I do? Chota sa experience de deti hai. It's like, from behind the wall she's looking and saying that, now do you see me? So that when the flute plays, her looking from behind the wall looking at you like this, is the flute playing. And you hear the flute and run towards the forest. So, Viyog, whenever separation comes from your Devi also, it is good. Know that, continue your sadhana, she will then come and peek and say that you will be sitting on the swing and she'll come and push your swing a little bit and say, now do you see me? Radha and Krishna's beautiful relationship is that of a sadhaka and his Devi, Kali. Jai Ma. When I wore my dhoti and went downstairs in the night, which is something I don't do, she came back in the form of the Vigraham looking, Arey, kaha ja raha hai tu? Where are you going? I'm waiting for you upstairs. I'm the cosmic darkness. Tu dhoti pen ke kaha ja raha hai? Come. Come, let us sit. That amount of flow. So when a sadhana is breaking down and slowing down, अच्छा है, get excited. Arey, Devi आएगी, जल्दी आएगी, मुझे पता है. That sort of deep love between Devi, Radha and her sadhaka Krishna. And multiple times, ये marriage में भी ये होता है. You have to separate and fall in love with the separate facets of each other. Like when Ma Radha hears the name Krishna for the first time from her sakhis, she says, Krishna, wow, kya naam hai. Wow. So I am Praveen. It is like Mahakali hearing the name Praveen. Wow, Praveen. I am absolutely in love with that name. Wow, kaun hai, wow. Like that. So you have to become Krishna only. It is not the Krishna's upadeshas to Gita upadesham to Arjuna, usko hum lena hai, right, lena hai, but you also have to become Krishna also. You're not always going to be Arjuna towards your Devi or Krishna, right? Then Ma Radha, that is Mahakali, hears Ma Krishna, that is also Mahakali playing the flute. Then Radha says, exceptional flute. Who is playing this flute? Merely by hearing that beautiful air, What is the flute? Just air coming out of your lungs, just like you're talking now. Krishna के लिए flute था. Devi hears it and she's like, अरे ललिता ये कौन है? Such exceptional flute कौन play कर रहा है यार? I've fallen in love with this person. Then finally when Krishna and Radha have a fight, and Krishna wears the dress of sadhvi and wears the orange robes and walks around with a veena so as to know, because Radha refused to see him now, and she's sitting in near a pond and waiting for Radha because he knows that she will come there every day. Radha looks at Krishna dressed as a woman and again falls in love with that woman form of Krishna. Arey wow, who is this beautiful person? Mujhe aap become my guru. And again falls in love. So 3 times there's a record, and must be even more people have gone deeper into the episode of Krishna and Radha will realize they have fallen more in love with each other. So you and your deity are twin flames. तुम दोनों एक ही हो. तुम्हारे अंदर जो deity है, जो deity you're seeing outside, you're one and the same. You're Krishna and Radha. Deity falls in love with you. You fall in love with the deity. You fight with the deity runs off, and you say, you are always, I know you will always leave me. The deity comes running and you flute play karte hain. You fall in love with the deity falls in love with the flute of the sadhaka. Mantra padhte the deity is listening. Arey wow. ये जो है ना, ये क्या मंत्र पढ़ता है? That is how your relationship with your actual deity is. Similarly, your marriage is also going to be the same. Viyog say Sayog. The more you separate and look at each other, separation, look back, you will see different aspects. नहीं हो रहा है तो नहीं हो रहा है. Karmically, if it is not meant to be, it is not meant to be. Lekin immediately don't find that small voice that is showing outside the marriage and think that अच्छा यहाँ पे सब कुछ है जो बोल के, like, don't allow the stula sharira, again the lust to take over and run off after that. Each chakra has a different point that will trigger its core. Oh my god, what is this? We have a bee and I don't know if the bee is going to bite me or something. Probably Devi wants me to. एक butterfly आया था, I accepted the butterfly saying it is Devi, so I think I have to accept the bee also. But Devi, I hope you won't sting me. Look at that. I have to accept the sting of the bee also, I guess. It is going to be painful. Chale jao yaar. Let me finish this one. Devi, is sting, I accept the beauty of the butterfly. Please take the bee away. So, I hope there is some message in that, and some of you must have got it. So, oh my god, 1 hour. Okay. Coming quickly to some of the physical reasons why there will be love affairs that happen, and I have also noticed it happening, is because look at your bloodline. So that, and understand ki the bloodline in which, let's say, the grandfather, in one of the cases that I have recently had an interaction with, the grandfather used to have 2 wives, and our Nayak also has had that sort of episodes. He also had an affair, but he broke the generational trauma by going up, taking up the sadhana path, and he went up to his own spouses and said that I've had it. I've had such relationship, now I'm out of it. So here what happens is that the spouse is also from a background wherein she also had the generational trauma. The bloodline carries that feeling of, arey, the bee is back. The bloodline carries the feeling of being cheated. So they also have to burn that within them so that their daughters or sons don't incur that. So this person who, just like the grandfather, has realized and accepted that inside his blood, that urge to search outside, the urge, that moment that tattva within my wife lacks, I will look outside, and the moment I find that tattva, I will allow the stula sharira, the gross body, to dictate my sukshma and close my eyes and become an animalistic man and fall in physical lust with that person. So, lekin, unlike the grandfather, this person has faced it because Bhairava has given him the strength to it and faced it, and now, little by little, the family is settling down and going back to its lost glory. So, it will no longer carry forward to the next generation. The next generation ko to moksha de diya hai. This person becomes a Nayaka of his bloodline. This is very common. Most of what you see, and Unfortunately, Brahma's design is such that most of what you will get is not immediately from your father or mother, but from the grandparents who have not had the option of seeing. As a young child, you will not understand anything. Grandfather ka ABCD generational trauma tha, or physical lust, he had become this one and incurred the curse of the BV. Yeah, the BV had incurred the curse of the husband. Ye blood mein hoga, and the instincts to cheat also must have come from there. Therein, that generational trauma, you need to consume it like Mahakali. Open. Consume karna padega, so that the next generation is relieved of it and you get the moksha of the entire bloodline. So these are real life cases, 1 hour 5 minutes. So I had to some of the tips that I would give my sadhakas is that do not allow any thing to go beyond. If you have a relationship with somebody and you have taken an Agni Shapat, parikrama of Agni, and have had a marriage, or did not take a parikrama of Agni, you had a marriage as per other cultures, but you have exceeded 12 months, so you are the physical body and your union ho gaya hai, you're married, or you are taken parikrama of the Agni, from day one itself you're married, right? वो urge आ रहा है towards somebody who has given you the fulfillment from outside the marriage, something that you lack, उसमें वो fulfillment आ गया. Learn to detach with vairagya to such an extent that you do not give that a full body and then get into a full karma cycle, wherein you now have to, now you have taken in the karma of that bloodline also, this bloodline also, your bloodline ko bhi fulfillment nahi de paoge, trauma doge, then that will repeat in your sons' children, daughters' children. Kali Purusha wins. Where do you break it? Bhairava. That which you have done. Like a famous podcaster went all the way till the heights, and then he was also given the lows. Devi has been very kind to him to show him in one life itself, ye bhi dekh lo, so that you don't come back a life only for this. Similarly, ye dekh liya, you enjoyed that the act of cheating and all that, ye bhi dekh lo, the act of getting caught. And caught nahi, aake bol do maine kiya hai. Relieve me from it. I relieve your blood from it. You also get relieved. The bloodline, if it carries acts of cheating, be sure that it will chase you and your next generations. Break it. You have done it. Post that you got into sadhana path, Bhairava will give you the ability to face your fears. Usko todo. Devi will take care after that. But ideally, those of you who are young, have not yet started on that path, the moment you find little bit of fulfillment of those small gaps placed in you, do not make it physical. Yes, each chakra has a different, like some chakras you can give them that feeling of satisfaction by hugging an animal, and all that is that. All that is Google stuff. Google mein jaake dekh lo which chakra will get activated while you stand on the soil, you play with the cows, you play with the animals. All that I'm not going to spend time on that, but physically this is how you don't allow somebody just because they carry that ABCD जो you lack है, लेकिन तेरा entire life है यहाँ पे, that ABCD for 11 months. Have a proper relationship with that person, but do not make it physical. Don't get trapped into physical relationships. यहाँ पे 10 boxes ticked there and you're going fine in your life. You have that exceptional father is there, but the father is not a great communicator. Devi will send somebody in the form of rasaleela to whom you'll have great communication. Immediately don't put your father ka that one missing box and get married to that person. Simply because the unbox got ticked. Right? The ability to come to a state of shunyata and you attract the right seed within you is vairagya, and that comes through sadhana. The stula sharira, which has the basic primal instincts of an animal, should be driven and guided by the sukshma sharira, which has the ability to think, analyze, attitude. Why am I feeling this feeling? What has my grandfather done? What sort of feelings did my grandmother have when my grandfather went outside, or when my grandmother had a relationship outside the marriage? What did my grandfather feel? Ye sab consume karke you should still be detached. Physical relationships of any kind will have spiritual karma. The moment the seed and the yoni touch, you will have physical karma that you have to bear. Bloodlines ka karma you'll have to share. Like, for example, in one of the cases that had come to me, I heard a very genuine man. He had contracted a disease and he had gone and told his wife, very not an STD and all, a very normal disease had come to him, a small lump on his body somewhere, and he went and told his wife, and the wife said that, oh, don't come near me. He felt hurt. He walked around with that pain inside. That pain somebody else gave the soul balm for it, and his entire focus went on to that. That small rasaleela that was being played there is merely the Devi giving you the soul balm so that it's okay. But you do not throw this thing out and completely jump into this by destroying this. The vairagya should be in such a way that the moment you have any momentary interaction with the outside world, do not throw what is already there simply for filling that small box alone. There are other boxes that are already being filled by other relationships. Sab kuch todna nahi hai. Of course, there will be an exceptional moment where you will realize that all boxes are being ticked one by one. Then you have to take a call, then you have to go. But the ability to rise above your sukshma, stula, and look from above and understand what is the scenario that I am facing and then take a decision. Otherwise, you don't have to make drastic changes in your life that you yourself are convincing yourself that this is how it should be. Devi will give you small impacts, small experiences that will tick off small boxes that are empty in your life by rasaleela. They will allow you to take experiences out of life to such an extent that you get fulfillment and you're feeling fine. Okay. I wanted a great guide. My husband or my wife or my father, my mother is not a great guide. I don't have to lose my entire marriage. I don't have to throw my parents out. I don't have to get into a full-fledged fight with my parents all the time. I will take the rasa that Devi will now send through multiple, it need not even be one person, multiple experiences Devi will give you that will fulfill that guidance within you. Come to the state of calmness, come back to shunyata, and don't expect that from that people who are organically there in your life. Forgive them. They are not able to fulfill that specific incompleteness in your life because they are never meant to do it. So that Devi can give it to you. Specific empty garbhagrihas are placed so that Devi can have a rasaleela with you in the forest. Jao, enjoy karo with your ishta as they interact with you in multiple ways, but immediately don't get into a physical relationship with that person. Arya, wah, you advised me so well, I am in love with you. Every night the gopis, men and women, go back to their houses. They don't stay in the forest. You are in the body, you have to go back to your house. Jao. Ghar jao, live your life with the same father, same mother, same husband, same wife. And if you're lacking a little bit of emotional support, if it comes out of you in multiple experience में तुम्हारे सामने आ रहा है तो वो ले लो. But don't go back to your house and say that तू ये दे नहीं ये this box alone you could never tick na, I will leave you. And then jump after that. So that then don't keep running into the forest all the time thinking that that rasa will give you fulfillment. वो तो हो गया है. That small guidance that you needed, that small emotional support that you needed, you have already received it. How? Belly is full. Go back to your organic state and live life. The state of vairagya is what allows you to go. It is the Deva Kripa. It is the God, goddesses helping you go higher and higher. It is Mahakali helping you go higher and higher. Lekin, learn to detach. Learn to detach from the forest also. Even Krishna gave Viyog to Radha itself for 114 years so that he could do his karma. You have to be Krishna towards Devi. Generational trauma of cheating, if it is there in your blood, definitely it will carry on. You should have the guts to burn it and allow Devi to take the organic step forward and protect you. Otherwise, it will continue to carry in your bloodline. Relieve your bloodline of that pain. Believe me, I'm done for the day. Sadhaka of Ma Radha is Ma Krishna. All gopiyas had specific empty garbhagrihas which he fills, but they do not break down or tear down their houses for that. They go back to their houses and they live well. If there is a physical relationship that you're getting into with others, be careful. It will have spiritual karma. Anything, even if there is no Agni Parikrama that you do, but you have more than 12 months of relationship, it is equivalent to a marriage. You have to both place and you both have to get into the smashana within each other. Otherwise, you have to come back for that rananu bandhana with that other person. As a sadhaka, you are kept at the highest stage. ऐसे नहीं है कि साधना कर लिया, you are still behaving like a physical being, सब कुछ टूट जाएगा. साधना कर लिया तो you have held to higher standards. दीक्षा मिला है, दीक्षा गुरु कुछ पता ही नहीं है, लेकिन दीक्षा ले लिया, मंत्र कर लिया, शिक्षा गुरु नहीं मिला, you will have to still learn. physical relationship with anybody you simply think you're having has spiritual Ranadu Bandhanas. If that person, for let's say that Mr. A and Miss B both have a physical relationship, or uske baad they broke up and they walked away, but A is always thinking about B, B will have to come back for the Ranadu Bandhana of finishing off that karma. You are not animals. You are the seed and the yoni and all that you carry is Shiva, Shakti Tattva, and they have bindings on each other. They have go levels and levels of karma. Agni ke upar parikrama leke, you have done the marriage means it has serious implications. It is immediate. 12 months of relationships have serious impacts. Long video, 1 hour 15 minutes. And I also have, I don't think I have any more sweat within me. Learn to witness things. Any empty box that is being ticked, do not make it immediately a physical relationship. Physical relationships have karma which you have to carry. Ranadu Bandhana. You think that, okay, I'll no longer attend their phone calls hereafter. Okay, so we are done, right? Till you are not burnt in the smashana in their hearts, they are empowering that physical relationship. Spiritual part of that is the Ranadu Bandhana. You have to come back and live with it. Khatam karna hoga. That is why you be very careful. Physical relationships, you have to be very careful. One empty tick box ko dal diya, to don't sit and have a mental relationship with them for 2 years. I see so many people get into this. So many people around me. Mentally they are married. Ekdam, they are married. And they think that by physically being sincere to their partners at home, they are away from the karma, the Ranadu Bandhana of coming back for that purpose. You should have the ability to physically detach. जो box fill नहीं हुआ वो मिल रहा है तो उसको learning ले लो. Devi is giving you the rasaleela. Just take the essence. Don't run after the body. Bhairava Kali ke namostute. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Adi Mahakali.